Why guns should not be outlawed. In the event of a mass shooting, by the time the police respond, it is most likely already too late. Now, if a citizen or several citizens are present at the site of the shooting and happen to be carrying a firearm, they could use it for self-defense against the shooter and possibly lower the amount of casualties. Criminals have guns, and so do many law-abiding citizens. If guns are outlawed, the law-abiding citizens will have to give up their firearms, but the criminals will not because they're criminals. Now, imagine a scenario where there's a father and mother lying in their bed, and their kids are asleep a couple of rooms down. They hear someone breaking through the window in the kitchen downstairs. The father grabs his gun from the nightstand and goes to inspect. As he turns around the corner, he sees that the intruder also has a gun, so the father shoots him, most likely saving the lives of his family. Now imagine that guns are banned. Pretty much the same scenario, but with a very different outcome. The mother and father are lying in bed, and the kids are asleep a couple of rooms down. They hear someone breaking through the window in the kitchen downstairs. The father grabs his baseball bat and goes to inspect. As he turns around the corner, he sees the intruder has a gun, but the intruder has already seen him. He shoots the father, then runs past him up the stairs and shoots his wife and the children. In order to protect our country from any further mass shootings, we need to implement a much more thorough screening program before anyone is allowed to buy a gun, because as of right now, it seems as if anyone can walk in and buy one hassle-free. It is also important to remember that guns don't kill people. Bad people who manage to obtain guns kill people. The Second Amendment of the United States Constitution reads, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." So now let's further analyze what this amendment is saying, beginning with the term militia. Militia means a military force that is raised from the civil population to supplement a regular army in an emergency. During early American history, all males who were between the ages of 16 to 60 were required to be a part of the local militia in their towns and communities. Almost everyone during this time used and owned guns. The few men who did not use or own a gun were required by law to pay a small fee instead of participating in the military services of their communities. These militias defended the communities against Indian raids, acted as a police force when it was needed, and was also available to be called upon to defend either the state or the United States of America if it was needed. Also, the phrase bear arms does not mean these bear arms, but it means possession of a weapon, not exclusively guns. The Second Amendment does not necessarily grant the right to bear arms, so the rest of the Bill of Rights does not describe any right to do so. These rights are thought of as natural rights or God-given rights. In the Bill of Rights, the Second Amendment is just a reminder to the government that they should not try to stop people from having this right. If we ban guns in America, I don't think it'll make it that much more difficult for criminals to obtain guns, because most criminals don't get guns in a legal manner anyways. There are already many illegal guns circulating throughout America. 86% of juveniles in correctional facilities are reported to have owned a gun at some point, meaning that all of those guns would have been illegal weapons. In the case of the movie theater shooting in Colorado, it was reported that he drove past 2 movie theaters that were closer to his house and chose the Century 16 movie theater in Aurora, Colorado, because that was the one that did not allow concealed carry. So James Holmes, the shooter, knew that the chance of someone stopping him from killing all those people would be lower because no one in that theater would have had a gun that could stop him. Think about something. If you were in a room and you had a concealed carry and were thinking about shooting all the other people in that room, you would be a lot less likely to pull out that gun if you knew that every other person or many people in that room also had a gun and that they could easily stop you. Thank you.